Well, hi, friends. Yeah, Doc South here. Ah, boy, I'll tell you, it's another day or two till the elections happen. Oh, I'll be so glad when it's over. Oh my God, honestly, I could run screaming naked into the night the way politics runs anymore. It's the all the negative campaigning. Oh yeah, yeah. It gets to a point I can't watch it. I almost it almost makes you want to barf. It's and 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 both sides are doing it. I guess for some reason someone's told them it's a good idea. Some expert has told them, you know, catch your opponent with his pants down. I suppose it doesn't it, it or at least in tone that you did catch him. Trouble is, the opponent's doing the same thing to you, and by the time it's all said and done, uh, everybody's just sore at each other. It'd almost be better if they just did something like what the Wrestling Foundation does. Put them all in the ring, and the 10 guys that are left standing get the job. That almost be better. It's absolutely insane to watch these people just put each other down and all, and it just gets to the point where it's so darn negative. You just don't want to even partake. Maybe that's what they're thinking. I don't know. I know. Sandy's mad at, let's see, she's mad at all the Republicans at the moment. There's, there's not a good one in the bunch as far as she's concerned. So now she's all mad. And Sandy's normally a happy person, and I imagine there's lots of people. Me, I don't know. I figure a lot of this they're doing for show. And when it's all said and done, they're all drinking beer together at some tavern somewhere. Maybe there's one at the down in the basement of the Senate. Maybe. You would hope there is. Or maybe they all go bowling. I think there is a bowling alley in the Senate chambers, isn't there? I think there might be. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But I don't know. I would think I would just so dearly love to see the opponents do a little thing on TV where they shake each other's hands, smile, come up with a few ideas where they could compromise on something nicely, and just get her done. Instead of all this doggone, oh God, all this bickering. And a lot of countries would do well to do that too. My gosh, we're all so, I don't know how to put it, just all annoyed with one another. And I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's the way to be. I know myself, there's been lots of times in my life where I've been awful crabby and a miserable person to get along with. But I find it much better. Walk up to a person, say a friendly hello, and see what like in the supermarket. What can I do for you? Well, you're looking for Wise potato chips? Okay, they're let's say aisle 10. I don't know if it's aisle 10, but I mean, I could go look with them. In fact, that's often what I do. I'll take them down to where the darn potato chips are. And here you are. Yeah, we got a bunch of them. In fact, here, if you notice, these are not on sale. Those are. They're both are good brands. Save you a few bucks. Stuff like that. I don't know. I guess the politicians probably, that's bickering and caterwalling, I guess, is what they do for a living. But gee, it's an awful way to live. I don't know. I would think it'd be better to just take notice of the nice things even the opposition is doing and make note of it and say, yeah, a bridge across the Delaware River right at that point wouldn't be a bad idea. That's a good idea. We'll do it. well, I'll work with you on it. That kind of thing. But, oh no, no. And 25 years later, the bridge still isn't built because they're all fighting over it. Huh? I know. Uh, it reminds me of a time when my father and I used to bicker a lot. I, we sure did. I loved him to death, and I know he loved me. But we would bicker. And one day, I remember, we were eating supper, and for some reason, Mom, I think, was still cooking some of the meal, and I was probably having a beer, and my father was probably having a martini, and I don't know. All of a sudden, flames spouted out of the frying pan Mom was working on. And my father and I jumped to I've told this story before, but it bears repeating. My father and I ran to the stove, and my father says, "Quick, put water on it." And I said, "No, you don't put water on it. You got to put salt on it." And he says, "No, what would salt do? Salt will get rid of it. You don't want to put water on a grease fire, for crying out loud." And we're back and forth fighting over it. We're actually grabbing luckily the pan had two handles. Yeah, and I'm pulling on one end, he's pulling on the other, and I'm trying to reach for the salt. My father's trying to reach for the water faucet. And you know what? And it was getting ugly, and the flames were getting higher. Smoke was billowing. And I remember Mom, she gets in between us, she takes a lid and puts the lid on top of the frying pan, fires out in 2 seconds, ran out of oxygen. And we're both standing there. You should have seen the look. Oh, if I only had a camera. She says, "You two go sit down. Oh, and shut up. I don't want to hear either one of you talk for at least 3 minutes unless you're ready to apologize." "We're sorry." Says, "Good. Now, you have a beer, you have your martini. Shut up. I'm cooking dinner. Nothing's wrong with the meal. It's just a little, it's going to be a little crustier, that's all. But it's eggplant. It'll taste good." "Yes. Okay. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, dear." We sat there kind of gloomy. I think we doubled our quota of booze that night. Oh, man. And Mom had a nice dessert for us, and eventually smiles once again reigned supreme in the household. But, the point is, maybe it's a good idea to get along a little. Smile at each other, pat each other on the back, be kind. We're not here that long. Let's be kind. Huh? Okay. Oh, gosh. Well, anyway, pretty soon all the electioneering will be over, thank God. That's all I can say is, oh my God, what a drag. Yeah, I want to watch cartoons again. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye now, friends. God bless.